I was very interested in the code that you had in your letter because I just think that, like people have just like gone past it. They don't care about any codes or any rules for writing. They just write what they want to write.
Yeah, the Ofcom code. Yeah, well, This is interesting because I went through that code with a fine-tooth comb the other day and looked for every single clause of that code which had been broken. And I identified, I think, 5 clauses which had been breached. So I sent off my complaint to Ofcom. I know that other people did that and included the specific codes which had been broken. And then Ofcom just sent me a generic statement saying, this interview did not breach any of our rules, when it clearly did breach the rules. It breached 5 rules. So I think we have a real problem, not only with Ofcom, but with the PCC, the Press Complaints Commission, which is who deals with newspapers and magazines in the UK, in that they are there to scrutinize the press and they're there to uphold these codes. But whenever you send them something regarding Michael Jackson that has breached the code, they just brush it under the carpet. It's either laziness or some kind of just general antipathy towards Michael Jackson and his fans, I suppose. I don't know which it is. I was very disheartened to get that email from Ofcom saying that they weren't going to follow up on the complaints, because it blatantly did breach the rules. It did breach the Ofcom code.
Gosh, I knew that they probably would be lax, but to just simply say it did not happen. Now, do you think that lawyers or something would help with this?
The problem is that we have a very stupid law in the UK, and in the US, I think, as well, that you can't libel the dead, which means that as soon as somebody dies, then legally speaking, you have carte blanche to just write whatever you want about them without any fear of consequence. And so, involving lawyers in the situation is really just going to be a waste of money for whoever involves the lawyers, probably, because as far as the law is concerned, once you die, you have no reputation to defend, which is an incredibly stupid law. And that's just the way the law has always been structured. It does need to be changed, but you would need a colossal campaign to get that law changed, and nobody else seems interested.
What a shame.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's an incredibly stupid law. It is a really stupid law. I remember seeing an article a few years ago about James Brown, actually, which accused him of rape. I was just looking at this article, like, what is going on here? What's going on with this article? But basically, because he's dead, they can write whatever they want. They can accuse him of blowing up the Millennium Dome if they want to. There's nothing that his family or his estate can do about it, because as far as the law is concerned, he's dead. He's got no reputation to defend anymore, and therefore he can't be liable.
So what do you think the best course of action is? We were talking yesterday about Taj Jackson possibly filing suit. Would that be a pointless waste of time?
It might be. I don't know. It would depend on, he's probably got some hotshot lawyers who might be able to come up with some other basis, some non-defamation basis. I don't know what it would be, but he may be able to.
You mentioned yesterday that the clip was removed. Is that right?
Yeah, I think actually that's... At first I thought, is this a victory? Is this a minor victory for us? They've removed it from the website. But I thought, no. What they're actually doing is they're trying to destroy the evidence so that nobody new can go and watch it and complain about it. That's what I think they're doing.
It is.
Yeah,
well, Charles,
and also, because I know that Ofcom demanded footage, so what will have happened is that Ofcom will have contacted ITV and said, we want the footage, and told them about the complaints. And quite possibly ITV foresaw media coverage on the horizon and thought, well, if we delete the clip from our website, then the media won't be able to watch it and quote it, and they won't have a guaranteed source for it. So it also might have been an attempt to stop the newspapers from covering the story.